to kick things off, I'd like to invite the person of Engineer Adesoye Adebola, representing the Managing Director, Nigeria Ports Authority. Engineer Adesoye Adebola is the Acting General Manager, Safety, MPA, for the special remarks. Let's put our hands up as he approaches. All right, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for that slight mix-up. We'll have to do a recap of what happened yesterday. So I'd like to call on Engineer Silva Kazim. He's a member Institute of Non-Destructive Testing Nigeria, and also the Managing Director, CEO, Focal Inspection Multilink Limited. Let's put our hands together for him as he approaches to give us a recap of what went down yesterday.
So I'm here to present a recap of the events of yesterday to enable us highlights. This recap may not be exhaustive, but it means that when someone asks the conference you went for, you could easily say something without blinking. So I'm starting from our chairman's welcome remark, yesterday. And for that remark, we realized that, of course, the first edition of this conference held in 2018, we realized that admitted into the World Organization for Non-Destructive Testing and the International Committee for Non-Destructive Testing, CNDT, in 2021. We realized that the Institute has collaborated with NNRA and other stakeholders in preparing guidelines for qualification of radiographers, industrial radiographers in Nigeria. Of course, this document is being made ready for implementation. I also see that the Ministry of Labour and Productivity, through the Directorate of Factories, had also engaged business for implementation of Regulation 21, Regulations 2018, both of them. That's a very noble achievement by this institute. We had a session from address from the Directorate of Factories, and among other things she said, of course, she acknowledged the contribution of INDT in the practice safety. It was represented by Commodore IU Agu, and of course he expressed his appreciation to those contributing to building collapse, national grid collapse, oil spillages, etc. He noted that the common denominator in all these incidents that INDT has come to play a mitigating role, in that regard. Our special guest yesterday, Sunday Lucen, during building construction, especially buildings below 2-story buildings. We need to take note of that. He also said that hydration happens throughout the life cycle of concrete, and this causes voids in the concrete made. He says strength of concrete structures reduce with age, which is true. Service life decreases when defects go undetected. Of course, he said primitive tests, ultrasonic post velocity test is not enough to verify with ground hammer rebound test, and of course, visual inspection is very critical. So we had a discussion session, and from that discussion session, we realized that building collapse, the causes include use of substandard materials, imposition of cost limits, use of quacks, and faulty designs. Now, during the session of collaboration in education training and certification with NDT in social inspection by Dr. Bello Salihu, CNG, F Institute of NDT, we realized there that there are three stages of development that are encountered in NDT, and of course we have the digitization, which is the age of manual data collection. We call that 1.0 of failures, weight failure, corrosion failures, and all that. We had the panel discussion in that session where we were told that proactive condition monitoring will engender proactive maintenance. It's important to manage our critical assets using condition monitoring process. We also saw that domesticating these ideologies is expensive, but it is better than having to run our assets aground to comatose. Finally, we saw from a comment from Engineer Dwaka that the different components in the refinery, they have different failure modes, and that these failure modes must be known and properly identified and planned to be mitigated because the weakest link in this is the strength of a chain. So if those small components yesterday, and thank you so much.
Another resounding round of applause. And that was Engineer Silva Passing, member of the Institute of Non-Destructive Testing, Nigeria, and is also the MD CEO, Focal Inspection Multilink Limited. That authority, ably represented by Engineer Adesunoi Adibola, is the AGM Safety Nigerian Ports Authority. Let's put a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause as he approaches to give us the special remark.
Infrastructure grow even more complex as they are subjected to constant use, environmental stressors, and evolving technologies. It is in the light of this that non-destructive testing becomes very critical and strategic in ensuring the attainment of lifespan of these infrastructures. Permit me to say that in the area of need to ensure safety assurance, NDT is used to inspect the integrity of the port infrastructure, equipment, vessel without causing damage. Regular NDT checks on critical structures such as crane, storage tanks, pipelines, and vessels will help to detect flaws and early signs of failure, as well as preventing accidents, manufacturing of equipment, and environmental hazards. In the light of the area of security architecture, NDTs reduce the chances of catastrophic failure, thus enhancing security. It also helps in the early detection and addressing of weak links. Talking about environmental friendliness, NDTs will help to prevent structural failures, reducing the risks of environmental pollution, oil spills, and hazardous materials like leaks, and promoting sustainable operations. It is essential to recognize that in the marine and blue economy, as well as other related sectors, resilience and reliability as key indicators of non-destructive testing plays a critical role in ensuring optimal infrastructural performance. By reducing the risk of equipment or plant manufacture, NDT might minimize downtime, enhances operational efficiency, competition, and promotes long-term sustainability of the infrastructures. In conclusion, therefore, non-destructive testing plays a critical role in preserving and optimizing national infrastructure by enabling the early detection of defects and preventing failure in critical infrastructure. It will also help to achieve the lifespan of our infrastructures, ensuring safety, reducing costs through predictive maintenance. It also safeguards the environment by preventing leaks and malfunctions, ensuring compliance with occupational safety and environmental regulation. and supporting innovation in infrastructural modernization. To this end, he also wished that the cooperation of NDT to Nigerian Port Authority will look forward. Long live NIDT, long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Another round of applause, please. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we shall be having another round of special remarks, and this time I will be calling on the Director General, NNRA, that's the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority, ably represented by Mr. Amuni Adebayo, Deputy Manager, Enforcement, Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority. Let's put our hands together as he approaches.
Sleeping on duty. Put this thing, only document the flash. Keep this in.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Permit me to stand up the already established protocols. My name is Adebayo Amoni. I'm standing for my DG, Dr. Yaro Idris. He is unfortunately absent today, and he has sent me to come and represent him here. I work at the Southwest Zonal Office here in Lagos, so it is in a close proximity to Sheraton. So he's giving me a very big shoe to fill this morning, because my DG's shoe is enormous. I don't know. You will just bear with me this morning. I'm not making any remark, I'm making a presentation on his behalf. And the title of the presentation is The Role of NNRA in Ensuring Safe and Sustainable NDT Practice in Nigeria. The objective of this presentation is to familiarize participants with the critical role the NNRA play in overseeing and enforcing regulations for NDT practice in Nigeria, with particular attention to radiographic or nuclear method, which you know as industrial radiography. The presentation will also explore how the NNRA policies and oversight on industrial radiography ensures safety, sustainability, and compliance with national and international standards, which in turn contribute to the protection of the public, the environment, from harmful effects of ionizing radiation. So to do justice to this objective, I have this outline, which is my introduction, the framework for the NNRA, which gives us the power to do most of the activities we do, most of the work we do in the authority. I also talk on the key role of NNRA in industrial radiography practice. I'll talk on specific responsibilities of the NNRA in industrial radiography, our sustainability considerations, benefits of oversight functions of the NNRA, when I'll conclude. Industrial radiography is a non-destructive testing method that involves the use of ionizing radiation to inspect and analyze the internal structure of materials, components, and systems. This technology offers numerous benefits. It also poses health and safety risks to workers, the public, and the environment. Therefore, regulatory authorities such as the Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority play a crucial role in ensuring safety in industrial radiography practice. So, where do we derive our power from? Our legal framework to meet up with those regulations that I highlighted earlier. So, what is the role of the NNRA in this industry? The NNRA, as a competent authority in Nigeria, is empowered by the Nuclear Safety and Radiation Protection Act to safety and regulatory protection in the country. This act grants us the power to categorize and license activities involving the exposure of ionizing radiation, in particular the possession, production, processing, manufacture, purchase, sales, export, name it. anything that has to do with organizing radiation that we want to do with organizing radiation, the Act grants us the power to categorize and cancel that activity. This oversight function is essential to ensure safe application of organizing radiation in industrial. So what is the specific role of ordinary in this IR practice? What we have been able to do is we formulate standards and guidelines. We have the NLS and enforces regulations, codes and guidelines for safe practices, equipment design, and radiation protection. The other one is licensing and authorization. We issue licenses to facilities and individuals engaged in industrial regulatory practice, ensuring they meet specified safety standards. The last one there is inspection and enforcement. We regularly conduct inspections to ensure compliance with regulations stated above and take enforcement actions where needed. In the authority, enforcement is actually as a last resort when issues of non-compliance has been actually established against any particular practice. So the key role of NRI in continuation is number 4 there is training and qualification. We ensure that personnel possesses adequate training, expertise, and certification to handle radiation sources safely. This also includes a sound understanding of radiation protection and safety. So, in this aspect, most of the practices we have, we also tell them that the radiation safety officers must go to Ibadan, where we have the training institute to actually obtain a certificate to ensure that they are actually versed in radiation protection and safety. We also do radiation monitoring. We also ensure radiation monitoring. We mandate periodic monitoring of radiation levels, radiation exposure, and radioactive contamination to ensure personnel, public protection, and safe environment. This we do regularly because periodically people get exposed when you use sources, analyzing radiation sources. You get exposed to analyzing radiation. So we need to do personnel monitoring. We ensure that you do personnel monitoring so that over the period of time, we ensure that you don't expose yourself unduly and you don't expose members of the public or the environment to harmful effects of organizing radiation. We also do incident reporting and investigation. We investigate accidents and near misses to identify root causes, extent of exposure, and implement corrective actions. Then we also impose penalties if the incident is as a result of regulatory non-compliance. Permit me to applaud the industrial radiography practice in Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for people in that industry. And I'll tell you what. In the past 4 years, I've been the enforcement head of the Southwest Zonal Office, which covers the Southwest Zone. I've carried out close to about 40 enforcement actions, including closure of facilities. And none, I repeat, none has been from industrial radiography practice in Nigeria. So, a round of applause for the practice once again. Okay, we also do public information and awareness. We educate the public about the potential risks and benefits associated with industrial radiography to promote informed and safe practices. What are now the specific responsibilities of the NRA? We review and approve radiation safety plans and procedures. This we do by asking you to provide your radiation safety manual. That's what we call it in the industry. We call it radiation protection program in the authority. Radiation safety manual, radiation protection program. In the radiation protection program, we have your details of how you intend to carry your personnel monitoring, environmental monitoring, and how you want to train your classified workers on radiation protection and safety. Also, we conduct site inspections and audits to ensure that you comply with specified standards that have been established, safety standards that have been established by the authority. We evaluate radiation source design and construction. We monitor radiation exposure limits, investigate radiation accidents, so that we prevent the occurrence. Enforce compliance with regulations and provide guidance and support where needed. in case you are not able to meet some of the standard or the requirements of the regulations that are provided, provide you guidance and support. Our sustainability considerations generally promote sustainability in the industry by not discouraging alternative NDT method to minimize radiation risk. We don't discourage that. If you say you want to stop the practice, for instance, you want to go into a practice that does not use radiation, we don't discourage you not to do that. So that's part of our sustainability considerations. We established guidelines for safe disposal of radiation sources, regulate radioactive material transport. We also promote best practices for radiation protection. So if you have identified that your practice are doing something good to meet standards, to meet up with the regulatory requirements, we promote it so that others can also key into it. We support research and development also, involving trends in the industry. What is applicable 10 years ago probably not be applicable today, so we support that. So what are the benefits of regulatory oversight of the authority? The benefits are protection of workers, public and environment from radiation hazard and radiation exposure, compliance with international safety standards, promotion of culture of safety within the industry, enhanced public confidence in the safety of industrial radiography practice. Like I just told you now that in the past 4 years I've not actually witnessed. It is not that there are not incidents, but those incidents are not serious safety concerns that will deserve enforcement actions of the authority. In conclusion, the NNI plays a critical role in ensuring safe and sustainable industrial radiography practice in Nigeria by establishing robust regulations, conducting thorough inspections, enforcing stringent safety standards, and promoting a culture of safety, generally protect workers, the public, and the environment from the harmful effects of ionizing radiation while fostering sustainable practices. Continued collaboration, therefore, innovation and public engagement are essential to emerging challenges and maintaining the highest safety standards. Thank you for your attention. I am permitted to take maybe 1 or 2 questions. If it is not above my pay grade, I will answer them here. If they are above my pay grade, I will note them down and take them back to the authority. Thank you.
So any questions? You can signify by raising your hand if you have any questions. Well, in the absence of any question, we'll have to go on a break now to take a tea break in preparation for the next session, which will be coming up in the next 15 minutes. So it's time for the tea break, and I'd like us to, just take a walk in an orderly manner, and we'll have the special guests lead the team while the others follow. Well, I want us to note that we have just 15 minutes for this break, so we can, move on to other things as quickly as possible. Give us some music.
Zero 7 0